Well, welcome back to our show, your show, Let's Talk Stocks. And you know what they say, the more things change, the more they remain the same. The world is indeed a global village as back to the motherland we go. Today, we're going to be talking with the managing director of the Ghanaian Stock Exchange, Abena Amoah. And of course, she's joining us live on Zoom to talk to us about their exchange and how it's doing. Welcome to the show, Abena.
Thank you very much, and a good morning to all our viewers in Jamaica. It's good to connect with everyone.
Absolutely, and a good afternoon to you in right there in Ghana. All right, so the Ghanaian Stock Exchange, you are managing director. Tell us about the exchange. How long have you been in existence, and what would have brought about the move to establish the stock exchange in Ghana?
The Ghana Stock Exchange was set up 33 years ago in pursuance of national economic development. We really wanted to capitalize and spur economic development by ensuring that we built a strong capital market that could support the capital needs of Ghanaian businesses, but also provide good investment opportunities for the Ghanaian citizens to build their wealth. Since we set up 33 years ago, today we have three markets: the main equity market, which is what we started with. Then in 2013, we set up our alternative market called the Ghana Alternative Exchange, or GAX. And that really was in a reaction to looking for funding needs or solving for the funding needs for our small, medium enterprises. And then in 2015, we set up our third market, which is the Ghana Fixed Income Market, which looks at fixed income securities, government securities, and corporate issuances on that market as well. So our real purpose and our vision is to drive economic development and create wealth for the people of Ghana and investors that come onto our market.
So you really have a well-developed capital market system in Ghana, and you're driving all of that. Talk to me about how many listed companies you have, certainly on the main market and maybe on the alternative market.
Right. So across our three markets, we have about 45 issuers on the market, 33 of them on our main equities market, about 6 of them on our alternative market, which has created, we've had to take another look at that formula because, as you know, in our economy, the majority of companies are really in the SME sector. And so we are taking another look at how to attract more of those companies and, in fact, learn from Jamaica to see how you've successfully grown numbers on that market. Also, on our fixed income market, we have about 7 issuers on that market from the corporate securities perspective. And again, that's another area we are looking at. Across markets, we have about 240 different securities on the market, ranging from ordinary shares, preference shares, exchange traded funds, depository receipts, and of course, the various short, medium, and long-term fixed income securities. Across markets, the value of all securities listed is about 390 billion Ghana cedis. The equities market accounts for about 20% of this value of listed securities. The fixed income market, dominated by the government, accounts for the remainder of it. We are a small growing market, and we are really working to accelerate the development of this market.
All right. Off air, we were talking about, and I'm not surprised based on the numbers that you've now put out. We saw yesterday that the Central Bank of Ghana would have held interest rates steady, around about 30%. Would you say that would influence, certainly in terms of your fixed income trading and the issues there and participation in terms of the markets?
You're absolutely right. What we've seen here is that a lot of entrepreneurs and investors like the fixed income market. We have we've experienced a very difficult past 12 months following the global effects of COVID, of the Russia-Ukraine war, and of course our own domestic challenges. The Ghanaian economy went through a very difficult 12 months. About this time last year, our inflation had ended 2022 up at 54%. And of course, our monetary policy team had to respond to that by increasing the MPC rates. This so far this year, we are seeing the trend coming down. Today, inflation is at about 34%, compared to 54% that we ended last year at. We are seeing relative stability in currency as well. And so, just as many other central bankers are signaling over the world, our held their latest rates constant because the expectation is that inflation will continue to fall and interest rates would also continue to fall.
All right. Would you say certainly as you look to the certain monetary policy committee and what they've done, the work that they've done so far to get inflation down, are they seeing the level of successes that they would like to see? Certainly, it has come down, but in some of the developed countries, we've seen where it has been a struggle to get the rates back to where they want. Are you seeing from your policymakers that they are happy with the trajectory that the rates are on?
I think a high inflation and high interest rate regime is an issue for everyone. So the entire market, the entire financial industry is looking to see how to keep these rates relatively low and stable for the long term, and what strategies we need to put in place for that. I'd say shaving off 20 percentage points in less than a year is good progress. um, Things around government spending and need to borrow rates are all being looked at. And I think if we all work together uh, as an industry, as we've been doing that, we will be able to keep within the target of a high single digit inflation and interest rate regime. So that is really a medium term target. And under the current IMF program that Ghana is under, we believe that we can achieve these targets.
Great, wonderful to hear. And you're on the right trajectory. Talk to me about in terms of companies looking to raise funds. So while for the average investor looking to put some money away, I mean, going in fixed income, less risk, it might be easier for them. For the company themselves, it would certainly be cheaper to raise those funds coming to your market. How have that conversation been going?
That's a very good question. So what we're seeing is that the companies, of course, they're going to struggle at 35% long term. So in response to that, we have really been engaging the institutional investors around more equity stories. We do take into account that today's environment is more of a short-term thing. And so as we are planning, most of us are planning for medium to the long term. And the need to build strong, capable companies that are sustainable is also very important. So our institutional investors, our pension funds, our high net worth investors are all being educated or engaged to ensure that even as we take advantage of today's short-term opportunities because of high interest rates, we keep our eyes on the ball of sustainable development. So in response to all of that, we are actually working with our Securities and Exchange Commission as well as other capital market players to launch a short-term corporate bond market or corporate instrument market, CP, commercial paper market, where we expect that companies can raise money at even sometimes rates lower than what the MPC is looking at. So that's one area. The second area really is working with more companies to access the equity market, because in a high interest rate regime as we have in the short term, we think that equity offerings provide opportunities to mitigate or to fund some of these developments. So we've been working with our business sector through umbrella bodies like the Association of Ghana Industries to make outreaches to companies across a wide range of sectors and bring them to market to raise equity as well.